Have you ever felt like your coworkers were gonna figure out that you're a fraud and that you're not actually qualified for your position? Or that your partner is gonna realize that they can find somebody better? And how about your friends? Are they gonna realize that you're actually not as smart or as funny as you think you are? If you've ever felt this way, then make sure you keep watching this video until the end, because today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 tips towards breaking through that imposter syndrome. A common question that I often receive from my clients is, okay, Alex, so I hate to even admit this, but I just feel like an imposter. In my relationships, in my career, with myself, I just want to be confident, but I just don't feel that way. So what do I do? Well, if you're just tuning in, my name is Alexandra Streisand, and I'm a certified and professional confidence and relationship coach. I am here to deliver to you more motivation, inspiration, and support each and every day, every month, and every year. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you get notified each and every time I put out a new video. So what do you do if you're experiencing these overwhelming thoughts of being a fraud or an imposter? Well, the first step is to accept that you are a human. It's so important to realize that you are not in this alone, that so many other people are experiencing these thoughts and emotions like you are. And in fact, more than 70% of people worldwide have felt like an imposter at some point of their life, whether it's in their relationships, their career, with their friends, their family, and even themselves. And the imposter syndrome does not discriminate. It doesn't care about your race, your gender, or even your age. Because at the end of the day, we are all human, which means we all experience insecurities. And as soon as we're able to understand that, we begin to take our power back and we start understanding more about who we are, and we become a lot more gentle with ourselves. And that leads me to step number 2, which is to focus on your accomplishments. It's so easy for us to focus on all of these things that we are lacking because we're so hard on ourselves. We're constantly talking down to ourselves, we're so mean to ourselves, we compare ourselves to others, and we're constantly judging ourselves for every little thing that we do. So yeah, obviously when we're doing all of these negative things, it's going to make sense that we feel like an imposter or that we feel like a fraud. But the moment we begin to shift our focus from what we're lacking to what we've actually accomplished, the quicker we begin to release that imposter feeling. Because let's face it, you are an amazing person. You have accomplished so much up until this point that has gotten you to where you are. You have so much to give, and you do matter. And deep down, we both know it's true, otherwise you wouldn't be here right now, watching this video. So I think that the best way to really start applying this step into your life is to start sitting down and just writing out your accomplishments. What are you proud of? What have you done that's allowed you to get to where you are? What were those moments that you felt like celebrating yourself? How have you made a difference? Write it out. Let those words flow. Allow yourself to get uncomfortable and to get vulnerable, because that's when we can start breaking through the negativity. And the more we break through that negativity, the more we begin to strengthen that confidence muscle and weaken that imposter muscle. And yes, trust me, I get it. We all have those bad days. Days when we feel like we're falling apart, like nothing's working. But that's why this step is even more important, so we can get ahead of those days. So you're now already creating a stable foundation, so when those days do happen, you're able to get out of that negative space a lot quicker. You're able to strengthen that confidence muscle and keep moving forward. It's about shifting that conversation in your head that's saying, ugh, I don't deserve this position. I don't even know how they think I'm qualified. To, I am a hard worker. I am absolutely qualified, and that's why they've hired me. And I know that yes, there are going to be some days where I have a lot more questions or where I'm having difficulty, but that just means that I'm learning and that I'm growing. So yes, I can absolutely take on this role. I absolutely deserve this position. And what about when it comes to relationships? Rather than saying to yourself, oh, I think my partner's going to find somebody better than me, say, I am a great catch. I have so much to offer, and I am an incredible person. And anyone would be lucky to have me because I know my worth. I know that I'm valuable, and I know that I have a lot of love to give. And the more we can shift these conversations, the more we continue to strengthen that confidence muscle. So now let's get into step 3, and that's finding the opportunities in the imposter syndrome. And yes, trust me, I get it. You're probably asking yourself, Alex, are you crazy? How could there possibly be an opportunity in feeling like an imposter? Well, let's look at it this way. We often feel like an imposter because there is some underlying fear going on within us, whether that's fear of not being good enough, fear of being judged, or fear of rejection. But what if those fears were really just signals from our body to let us know that we were stepping into something new and scary and different that we are not used to? Because let's face it, anytime that we challenge ourselves or anytime that there is change, we're gonna be scared because it's something that we have never experienced before and something that is unknown to us. But that is why it's even more important to become aware of the conversations that we're having with ourselves to get ahead of this imposter feeling, thoughts, and emotions. Realistically, we cannot grow as humans without getting out of our comfort zone and trying new things and experiencing new situations. We often think that failure is a horrible thing, but in reality, without failure, we would never know what it feels like to succeed. Because at the end of the day, we need to fail in order to learn, in order to grow, in order to understand ourselves more. So the next time you're feeling like a failure or you're feeling that imposter voice come up, say to yourself, I feel this discomfort because I'm trying something new. And without trying something new, I could never grow. And it's okay that growing may be scary, but it also feels good too. And the more that I'm able to grow, and the more that I'm able to experience new things, the more that I'm able to become who I'm meant to be. And the more we begin to repeat these words to ourselves and the more we begin to shift the conversation we're having with ourselves, the less we stop caring about what other people think. The less we start judging ourselves, and the more we start loving ourselves for who we are. Because let's face it, you are an incredible person, and you are powerful enough to do this. I believe in you, so now it's your turn to trust me and believe in yourself too. You are so much more than anything negative you say to yourself or anything negative that anyone has ever said to you. So as always, I would love to hear from you. Please feel free to comment below and let me know how you are challenging that imposter voice. I am so grateful that you've spent your time and energy with me, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Sending tons of love your way.